Guys, it's Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. It has been a few weeks since my last pregnancy vlog update, and I believe that was for week 20. Currently, I just turned 25 weeks yesterday, so this is going to be my 24-week pregnancy vlog, pretty much updating you from week 20 to week 24. And if you did not watch the last vlog, I will link it down below. But has there been any major changes since the last one? Not so much. I mean, I feel like the main change is the belly, like, getting bigger. Physically I feel great. Physically I feel great, aside from some aches and pains. Like if I stand for too long, you know, my sciatica starts to act up, so I'm hoping I can keep that under control, because I usually have a hard time with my sciatica in general. But being pregnant, and the further along I get in my pregnancy, especially third trimester, is when the sciatica is really bad. Like, it's bearable now, but it gets to a point when sometimes it's hard for me to climb into bed. Or even get myself to lie down. So we'll see how that progresses. Other than that, I did have a checkup this week. Everything went well. They just did a measurement of the baby. I am gaining weight, which a good amount of weight since my last visit. Baby's heart rate's fine. My pressure still is a little bit on the low side, but it's still safe. Other than that, the next visit I will have to do the glucose test and some additional blood work. And I think that will be my 28-week visit. Yeah. So I don't have any ultrasounds or anything like that scheduled that are coming up, other than, you know, the additional testing and my regular checkup. The one thing that I will say physically that has been a little bit more bothersome than normal is my persistent allergy cough. Like, I get this cough. It's been happening for years before I even had any kids, and I started to see an allergist to determine what exactly is causing this cough. But sometimes the air will be too dry, or I'll get like a dry spot in my throat, and I'll just start coughing like crazy, like to the point where I'm like having a hard time breathing. Although they told me at the time that I was not asthmatic, they gave me a special nose spray that actually has steroids in it. So by the time I had Emmeline and then the other two kids, I was always either pregnant or nursing, so I didn't pursue the spray anymore. And that's something I have to really follow up with after this pregnancy, and after, or maybe I can look into it, you know, even while I'm nursing, and to see what it's all about. But it's been getting worse. Like, it's so bad to the point where, you know how, for those of you that have been pregnant before, sometimes you have to wear a pad or a liner, because sometimes you can't control things that happen down there with your bladder and such. If you sneeze or you cough or whatever it may be, or laugh too hard. But I have been having to wear a pad every single day, which is so annoying. But you know what? Better that than, you know, having an accident. So yeah. So that is one of the main things, because when I do get that attack, I'm coughing so hard that I can't control my bladder sometimes. So yeah, a little TMI, but hey, you know, that's just the joys of pregnancy. But yeah, so that is the main thing, because that cough is like so hard to deal with, especially if I'm working or if I'm in a quiet place like church or something. I always get scared that I'm going to start having an attack. And then I'll have a hard time breathing. That's another thing. But usually once the attack is over and I can catch my breath, I'm fine. But I've been having several attacks in a day, which is just the worst. And I always have water, or some type of water or drink on me, because I never know when I'm gonna get an attack. But it's just elevated to the max now, being pregnant, and as far as I am now in my pregnancy. So yeah, that's one of the main things. Other than that, I feel fine. I feel great. And food-wise, I'm still craving the same things. Bread. You know, occasionally I'll want some chocolate, but it's not every day. It's not consistent. other than that, you know, sometimes the cheese thing kind of died down a little bit. I died down a little bit on the pizza, but yeah, bread, you give me bread and butter and I'm happy. Not just like regular toasted bread. It has to be like Italian bread or pan de sal or something like that, which is the Filipino type of bakery bread. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then as far as everything else going on in life, everything is so much better. If you watch my last update, I kind of brought you up to speed. I plan to do like a video, a full-on video about this topic with, you know, what happened with my husband and his diagnosis with cancer and his surgery and post-op and everything like that. But the gist of it all, or the whole summary of it all at this point, which I've told in my vlogs, is that he doesn't need chemo right now. So we opted to do surveillance. So every 3 months he's going to go to the oncologist, and every 6 months CAT scans. And if ever he needed treatment, it would be treatable. But hopefully, knock on wood, somebody's on Periscope, he will not need it ever. But if he did, I am confident that he will be fine. So yeah, thank you everybody for all of your continued wishes and prayers. And as far as like my whole anxiety and depression, like I feel like it's so much better right now, so much better. I'm in such a better place in my mind, but I still have yet to visit the therapist, so I'm hoping I can make time for that within the next couple of weeks, now that everything is kind of in a more settled place. But overall, I think that's pretty much it. Nothing really drastic. I'll continue to do these updates, hopefully every 2 weeks, if not every 4 weeks. I'm trying to do them every 2 weeks like I did in the beginning, but it's just been really crazy. And now with the holidays coming up, I'm going to still try to do them every 2 weeks for you guys. So if you don't see me post an update for 26 weeks, and I'll do one 28 weeks. And now time to show the belly. And another thing is that I need new bras. I don't know what my size is, and the bigger ones that I had for my other 3 pregnancies I've gotten rid of, because when I lost all that weight the past like 2 years, like I got rid of all those sizes and I had to buy new ones. So now I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until towards the end and buy like nursing bras, new bras that I can use for nursing. Anyway, so let me show you the belly. So the belly is so much bigger now, and I'm wearing maternity leggings and a tank so that I can actually show you the belly. But there she is. Oh, and she moves so much now. She generally likes to kick on this side, sometimes in the front, but more so here. And the kids actually were able to feel her kick, and Brian always feels her, and it's like the best thing. That's the thing I miss the most after every pregnancy, was missing feeling the baby, you know, inside my belly. And I'm just so excited. So, oh, we're gonna do the name reveal pretty soon. I have a fun idea to do with it. I just have to buy something that I need to do the video, and then we'll be able to film and share the name with you guys finally. So I'll see you next time. I have not done my 19-week one. The last one that I did was 17 weeks, and that was before I announced the gender of the baby. So if you didn't know by now, it is a girl. We're having another baby girl.